Never ready, light it up. Let it breathe, let it show. Art is never really ready if you never let it go. Christian Navarrete to bring new stars in view. The names you don't know yet, but soon enough you will. It's the Never Ready Podcast.
Hey, sorry I'm late. I was at the Improv playing late for work. You weren't there, but that's okay. That's okay. No, never mind. Thank you guys again for coming to another episode of the Never Ready Podcast. My name is Christian Navarrete. I'm your host, and today I'm so excited, man. We have actor, performer, improviser, and current member of the St. George Arts Commission and mother, Ginger Nelson, with us today.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm
Give
good.
me a hand over here.
I was gonna shake your hand when you came in, but anyway.
I got caught up in
You were
the
late.
skit.
You were late for work. You were late for work.
You know what you expect.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you came today. You are the first member of the improv troupe that I thought of to call, actually, or to even tell about
Really?
this. Yes.
Oh,
I just kind of wanted to keep a little bit lower profile.
Okay.
But
I'm gonna tell everybody.
you are. I figured you were. You were the right person to tell. So.
I should be like, did Christian ask you to do his thing yet? No, I won't.
He didn't ask. He asked me though.
Yeah.
You could tell.
No.
That's great. So, well, I wanted to get to know you a little bit more.
Yeah.
Most of the people that I've had on the podcast, we've had history. We've hung out. We've made movies. We do improv together.
Yeah.
Right.
We've never made any movies together.
And we have not yet made movies together.
Nope.
But we're gonna get to that because I saw some movies that you were in that I thought were amazing.
Cool.
And so, but would you mind kind of giving us a little roadmap, a little history? Like, are you from St. George? Where are you from?
Sure. Well, I'm actually from Cedar City.
Okay.
Which is the town up the road where everyone I meet in St. George, if they're like older or like of a certain age, they're like, "Oh, you're from Cedar. Is it because you couldn't read the signs to St. George?" Have you ever heard that?
I've never heard such a thing.
Like every old man from St. George who calls is like, "Oh, you must be dumb because you're from Cedar City." It's really dumb. No, I'm from Cedar City, but my mom is from Louisiana.
Okay.
So I'm the youngest in my family. So the majority of my family was born in Louisiana, and I was born in Utah with my next older sibling.
Wow.
But so like I still feel like I kind of have Southern roots. But yeah, I'm from Cedar, and we've been here in St. George, me and my husband, for about 10 years. We just celebrated our 10-year anniversary.
Congratulations.
I never thought I would like stick in St. George. You never know if I will, but yeah, so.
This seems like the kind of town you either will be stuck in or you're dying to leave.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, and that can be said for a lot of towns, you know, but there's so many good things about St. George, and then there's a lot of odd things about St. George where you're kind of like, I kind of want to leave so I can make something more than I would be doing here, I guess, maybe?
Yeah. So like I was here for a little while, and then I went back. I didn't want to stay in Cedar because it's so cold. Windy. Yeah. Yes. It's cold and it's windy and it's terrible. I don't mind the snow. I hate the wind. But yeah, so like I did some college and I finished, and then I came down here for a couple semesters, and then I met a guy, and then he moved to Seattle, and then I moved to Louisiana to be with my grandparents.
Okay. How long ago was this?
This is like super long. It's like
16 years ago.
Our like origin story is so random, and it's like completely for another day. So the cliff notes of it is he was down here. We hung out for a summer. He moved to Seattle to live with his oldest brother. Mm-hmm. And then I was already on track to move to Louisiana to be with my grandparents because they were kind of older. Yeah. And I get a lot of time with them. So for about a year, we dated separate states. Okay. And then I was like, distance. I'm going to just move to Seattle. So then I lived in Seattle for about a year. And then I went back to Cedar, did some more schooling while he served a mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, which was like funny because I was like, that's never going to happen when he said he would. So
you didn't believe at first.
So I was like, okay, I'll go finish college while you go on a mission. And then he did. And then, so then he came back. And by the time he came, I like went back to Louisiana, and I was back in Cedar and St. George. So by the time he came back, that was like 2015. Okay. We were both in St. George. And then we got married in 2016. So we've been here for a whole decade, which is really weird.
To think about already, right?
Yeah.
Like how did
10 years
10
went
go
so
10 years
fast.
go so fast?
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just.
You
here.
are from Cedar.
Yeah.
You left. You've been to Seattle.
I was in Baton Rouge first.
And then your husband went on his mission. What did you say you went on his mission?
He went to Mexico City.
That's right, Mexico City.
Yeah, and he loved it.
He didn't have to learn any other languages while in Mexico City, did he?
He did, because he's actually half Navajo.
Okay.
So it's funny because he like gets mistaken for like every sort of ethnicity everywhere we go.
Person.
Yeah, because like when we're here, people are like, you're either Mexican or you're Native, and then when we're in Seattle, there's like no sun, so he like lost all of his tan, and so Japanese people would come up to him all the time and be like, I don't know what you're saying, because he like wore glasses, and he's a man of many ethnicities.
Oh, definitely. No, I've had that where people would come up to me, speak Thai and all different things,
and you're like okay,
that's so sweet of you to think.
So
nice. I like that, but I feel useless.
Yeah.
All right. So you said you spent time in places like Seattle and Baton Rouge.
Mm-hmm.
Were you active out there as far as acting?
Oh, it's so interesting because I feel like only in this last 10 or 15 years I've started to be in theater. Like I kind of tried to do it in high school. You know how that kind of works out,
right.
And then you kind of just don't.
Right.
I think it was a theater major for like 2 semesters.
Really?
And then I was like, I don't know if this is really going to be a thing. So I did communications instead.
Okay.
So I graduated and all that. And then I took an improv class at Off the Cuff in Cedar City.
Okay.
After college, or like in the middle of college, and I like loved it.
Yes.
And then I was lucky enough when I moved to Louisiana to link up with an improv troupe that like already performed and didn't have auditions or anything. They're
that's
like
awesome.
They're like middle-aged. They're all middle-aged comedians, pretty much. And I was like, hey, can I play with you guys? Or like, do you do classes? Do you do like auditions? And like, just come to practice a couple times and we'll see. And then like, hey, do you want to be in shows? And so that was the first like troupe that I was like a performer with.
What was the name of that troupe?
They were called the Family Dinner.
Okay. Out of Baton Rouge?
Yeah. And they perform, every month or so. I actually was lucky enough last year to be in town when they were doing a show, and I was like, hey, can I just come and play with you guys? They're like, yeah. And it was like really fun last year.
Oh, that's cool.
So it was really rad. I'm like, do you guys remember me? And they're like, yeah, you're the only girl. So no, so that's kind of how I started. And then when I came back, I got to play a little bit more at Off the Cuff. And then around that same time, I didn't want to keep driving there because
it's a little far, right?
Yeah, and so I met Chewi. I don't know if you knew Chewi.
Chewi Lockhart. Yeah.
You met Chewi.
Who doesn't know Chewi Lockhart?
I met Chewi through Off the Cuff because he was in town, and like, circles, and we just like knew the same people. And we were both in St. George, and we were like, we don't want to drive anymore. Why don't we start doing improv here?
Okay. So
we emailed a bunch of people like at the high schools and university and stuff, and we had a meeting, and that's how that started.
Was that okay? So, because I know that at some point there was Improv Dixie. Was that Improv Dixie?
That's Improv Dixie.
Was that what became? That's what turned into Improv Dixie. But now it's called So You Comedy.
Yeah.
When did you make that change from Improv Dixie to So You Comedy?
So with the whole kind of wave of the Me Too movement. Oh no, not the Me Too movement. It was the wave when they changed the name of the school.
Oh right.
And everything like
that. From
Dixie
State College to
University. I think it was right about that time or right before. Mostly when people were, really paying attention to the cultural shift and the nation's history and everything like that. And, Dixie for us was just the name of the area that we were in.
Yes.
But it was kind of a decision that was just made. It was like a no-brainer. We thought, well,
I think it's a good
if
decision.
we don't want to ruffle anyone's feathers, and we don't want anyone to feel like we're selling out, but we still want to be authentic to who we are. We don't want to change stuff. So that's when Chewi came up with So You Comedy Theater. So
it's like Southern Utah, but So You. It's a good title.
Yeah, but I didn't do that at all. He did that.
Well,
it was a great choice. It was
a
clever
great
name.
day when he came up with that.
Yeah. I remember where I was.
Where was I?
No. So that's kind of how that happened. And then like as far as acting and stuff, that started happening at the same time too.
Oh really?
Yeah. I didn't really know there was theater in St. George.
So around 2017 is kind of when you got into that?
Like 16, 17. I think the first show that I did in St. George was The Complete Works of William Shakespeare Abridged. at SGMT.
Okay.
And I was like, this is so fun. It was great. I had a great time, and then I did a couple more shows there. But yeah, I don't even know who told me about that. Maybe it was Anne Schwab.
Okay.
I don't know. I think she was Ann Foster
At that
back
time.
then. Yeah, because she and Trey, all improv people.
They
They had been they were in Brigadoon together.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, this is kind of a cool little theater place. Maybe I could. They seem to like take anybody. Maybe they'll take me.
Oh, whatever.
I
You got accepted by the middle-aged men, you know.
Yeah, I don't think
Baton
any.
Rouge, so.
I think at that audition, I don't think there was any other people. I don't think there was any other one auditioning.
I can imagine.
Yeah,
Because
it was like
it's
there
kind of
was
been started
straight,
small.
and it was a straight play too.
Yeah. Oh,
And
okay.
so people were like, meh.
Yeah.
And I just like had watched it on YouTube, and I was like, yes, I want to do this so bad because
That's cool.
yeah,
So that was your first show.
that was my first show here.
Okay. Have you always been a Shakespeare fan?
Well, I think
Or-
since I'm from Cedar City, I always got to see the Shakespeare plays at the Utah Shakespeare Festival,
Uh-huh.
and I just was so lucky. Have you ever been?
One time.
Okay,
I want to go again, but I haven't been again.
it's so interesting because when you live in Cedar, they do all these different programs and everything, and you can go. They have like the high school Shakespeare competition for all the high schools in the state, and then and beyond the state of Utah. But you also get to like go to the plays every once in a while
Uh-huh.
in elementary school or whatever.
Oh,
if it's
gotcha.
like an appropriate play.
Right.
And then one summer I was like, I want to work there, so I started selling tickets. Like I was in their ticket office, and
Okay.
I worked. I think I did like 3 summers doing guest services stuff.
Okay.
And that like I just love Shakespeare and I
Right.
just love theater, and I was
Yeah.
like, I need to not be
Sense.
selling tickets. I want to be doing that. And I was like, I'm probably never going to be able to act for the Shakespeare Festival because I don't have like an MFA or something. But I was like, but I could do plays.
Yeah.
I could memorize those things. I could do that. So that's kind of how that started. Whereas like, it was like I had kind of stopped wanting to do. It was after I had decided I wasn't going to be a theater major. And I was like, that doesn't exist. And a couple of years later, it's like, but I could still do stuff like that. I
Right.
think I will.
It
So,
shouldn't stop you. That's awesome.
yeah.
And so you went for it. So you worked at Ticket Booth for like 2-3 years, you said?
Yeah. It was like, first it was in the ticket office,
Ticket
which is
office.
great. And then I was in guest services. So that's like the house management team. So and then I was like a supervisor for the house management team. So I had like the red blazer and the, the mic
The
in my ear.
earpiece. Uh-huh.
Yeah. And I would be like, house to whatever, lobby to house or whatever,
Well, that's
house to stage, whatever.
Very professional.
It was so fun. 'Cause,
Yeah.
and it was really like neat because you're all of a sudden involved, but not like totally involved with this huge machine of people that are creating something that's so much bigger than yourself.
Right.
And it was like, I want to say, it was like the magical time before Fred Adams passed away. He was like the founder of the Shakespeare Festival.
Oh, okay.
Fred Adams and Scott Phillips. They were just like these visionaries for the Utah Shakespeare Festival, and their Fred Adams passed away. But it was I think in 2015, right before they built their new facility. So like we got to see the last season in the old Shakespeare Theater outside.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just part of this huge, like, magical movement across the street. So
Across the
across the street, the new theater. So there's like a lot of people who are like OGs of the Shakespeare Festival who like remember it at the old, like,
the old.
Globe
Uh-huh.
or whatever, and like just that. There was something magical about it.
Right.
I don't know.
Oh,
And,
of
yeah,
course.
it's one of those parts of my life that I'm like, oh, that was so cool.
And then that is over. Obviously, everyone
Yeah.
likes a new building.
But it's completely
but,
changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a different experience.
Yeah, it's kind of like movie theaters.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah. I used to
Everything's
work at
changed.
my first job was at a movie theater, and like,
Really?
and that was magical too. It was like freaking pixie dust. It was amazing. I loved it.
When was your first job at the movie theater?
I was 16.
Okay.
Yeah, so like worked since forever. But I worked at the Stadium 8,
Okay.
and like, well, the theaters in Cedar City, they're all like interchangeable.
Yeah.
So it would just depend on where you were scheduled. So I worked there for like 2 years. It was the only job I got fired from.
Why would you have gotten fired from the theater job?
It's a long story. I didn't break any rules. I didn't break any rules.
You know, we
I can
talk
set the
about this if
record
you're feeling- Yes, we can do that.
I don't
Gonna
know what
set
to
a
do.
record straight.
Set the record straight. It was before it was Megaplex.
Uh-huh.
I loved everything about my job. We had just hired a bunch of dumb kids who were like stealing money and like hiding candy in the ceiling tiles, like dumb kids, right?
Okay.
And I never broke any rules. I didn't. We had a new rule. Okay, technically I broke a rule. We had a new rule that if you needed your shift changed, it had to be approved like a week in advance. And I had 2 jobs. Okay, I want my job back. I want to be vindicated for this. It makes me so mad.
All these years later.
Yes, I had 2 jobs. One was working at the theater, and one was working for the local pharmacy where I drove prescription drugs to people who couldn't get out of their house.
Okay. Yeah.
So somebody that job only took me like 2 or 3 hours a day. It rarely ever happened on the same day. The girl I was training to take over my job couldn't work that day, and I was like, I gotta give the old people their drugs.
To take over the job at the place
at the pharmacy.
At the pharmacy.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
So she's like, I can't work, and I'm like, oh, well, I have my other job, and so I asked someone at the theater, can you cover for me? Can you cover my shift? It's like 2 days from now, and they said, yeah. What about the new rule? And I said, I'll ask the manager on staff and see if they're okay with that. And the person said yes. I will not say their name because I'm pretty sure they told on me and then I got fired for other reasons that are just too. I could speculate, but I don't know if I want to go there. Anyways, so I got it all covered. My shift was covered. I delivered the drugs to the old people in a very legal way, right? Right?
Right.
The girl picked up the shift. The manager was fine with it. The assistant manager, like, over everything, called me and said, hey, I need to talk to you, like, a couple days later. And I was like, is this about me changing my shift? And she's like, yeah. And I said, I couldn't do anything. I had to do, that job is more important than, selling popcorn. I'm sorry.
Right.
And I did everything that I could, and I'm sorry I didn't get it approved, but it happened and no one, and she was like, well, you just need to come in. And I said, are you going to fire me? Because if you're going to fire me, can you just do it over the phone? And she said, no, just come in. And she fired me. And I was like, you could have just told me on the phone. So that is the story. That's setting the record straight.
I'm so glad.
Is it that one?
Yeah, any of
I
these.
want someone to respond from West States Theaters to tell me that I was a good employee, because I could have turned in so many people who were stealing money and candy. I'm just saying.
And you didn't.
But I didn't.
That's not the type of person you are. I'm sorry I
No.
had to take the fall for that.
I don't know. Anyways.
But that's part of your, that's just one
That's
step
part of my
in
journey,
the journey
right?
that gets you where you are right now. It's
Yeah.
just crazy.
But that's why movies and like movie theaters
Yeah.
are magical to
Yeah.
me. And I hate that they're different.
That they've changed so much.
Yes.
Back when they were West States Theaters,
Yeah, it was
I
West
think,
States Theaters.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Larry H. Miller took over and
Yeah.
made it Megaplex.
Which
and-
is fine, because then you have like an assigned seat and stuff. But like, you don't have people like lining up for the next Star Wars something in their costumes. And it's like, I love that.
And obviously it's supposed to, lessen the amount of people who aren't actually paying for tickets and showing up and
Right.
just sitting there. I understand that.
We get it. We get it.
But I'll be honest, that's part of the whole experience.
The whole experience.
I'm just going to say that I've never done it in my life.
Okay.
But I just heard that it's fun to sneak into theaters.
Oh my god.
So,
No, that's like a super long tangential.
oh, it's okay. We want to know. We just want to know, any steps, missteps, things that happen, the great things that happen, maybe not so
Right.
great things.
Yeah, I think, I don't know, theater and acting and all that stuff, that's all part of it. It's all part of it.
It is.
My
No.
love for movies. So there you go.
And I always am interested in hearing stories about, things where you're like, you can just tell me over the phone, and they still make you show up just to tell you in person. And it's just
I love that person. I still love that person who fired me.
good.
I would not
I'm glad there's no
I
ill
would
will.
not throw rocks at them in any way. Love them. You probably know
I
this
probably
person.
do. It's probably Sheldon. Anyway. Hey guys, this is Christian Navarrete from the Never Ready Podcast. I want to take a quick moment today to tell you about my family's restaurant, Ernesto's Mexican Restaurant. That's right, located here at 929 West Sunset Boulevard, Suite 18 at the Phoenix Plaza in Little St. George. We've been serving the St. George community for over 30 years with some of the freshest ingredients my mother, Sylvia, personally selects herself to make sure that the food is made with lots of love and tons of care. Yep, we've been here for quite a long time. But if you're really, really lucky, you'll be served by my amazing cousin, Angie. Angie, let them know what days are we open?
So we're open Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 8:30 p.m.
We've got lunch specials running every Monday through Friday, plus a full bar ready for whatever you're sipping on. Can't stay? Grab it to go or order directly on DoorDash. Need a suggestion? Well, my friend Natalie swears by the steak nacho fries.
What a time to be alive.
So if you're in the area and craving some amazing Mexican food, come try us out. We'd love to see you. Ernesto's Mexican Restaurant, located at 929 West Sunset Boulevard, Suite number 18 in St. George, Utah. You can call us directly at 435-674-2767. Are you still serving on the St. George Arts Commission?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I am.
What's that like? And since when have you been doing that?
Serving on the St. George Arts Commission, I think that started maybe 3 years ago.
Okay.
What happened there was, this is so funny because I feel like Chewi has opened so many doors in my life.
I feel the same way.
Yeah. He was serving on the St. George Arts Commission as the person for theater / improv.
Okay.
They brought him in because they're like, well, that is an avenue that we haven't seen and we want to, the improv part. So when his term was up, he was like, I'm good to go. And then someone else that I worked with, Carmen Wilson, she was on there. She works for Dixie State or Utah Tech University in the arts. And she and Chewi were like, why don't you apply? Because we can see your application, because the commission decides who to send the names to the city council that approves it. So yeah, Chewi was leaving and he's like, well, there's going to be a vacancy. And since you do theater and then you're still doing improv, you should do it. So I did. And then they're like, come on in. And then the same thing happened on the county side because I was working with the St. George Arts Commission and there was 1 or 2 people on the St. George Arts Commission that are on the county Arts Commission and they're like, hey, we have some vacancies and there's no women and the median age is 60, so maybe we should kind of change things up. So then I applied there and it's really cool because I get to see just all the amazing different arts organizations that serve St. George and the county, and I kind of get a peek into that. And then
that's what I'm curious. I'm like, what does that look like?
It's so cool. It's so neat. We only meet it depends. So the St. George Arts Commission is a lot more involved, I would say, than the county, because the county they do lots of wonderful things, but they're more for the disbursement of funds, right?
And there's more moving parts.
St. George Arts Commission, it's more you're actively always promoting the arts. You're like a steward for the arts. You want to be involved. You want to see what's going on, and you want to spread the word, right?
Yeah. And
I think that's just the way that St. George, the city of St. George, has approached it, because there's a bunch of smaller, towns in Washington County. But the St. George Arts Commission is just yes, we want everything. We just want everything to work. We want to be the hub of the arts in the county. So it's really interesting. It's so cool. It's really uplifting because you see so many different artists, so many different mediums, and so many different passions and struggles, and and you're just oh, I want all these people to succeed all the time. Yeah. Or you're want
to encourage them. You want to push them in the
Yeah. So I love it. I really enjoy it. Sometimes it's difficult, but for the most part, you just sit back and just get to see everyone bring all their joy and entertainment and creativity to you. It's it's just really cool.
You mentioned that it can be difficult, and I'm curious, what would be something as being a member of the Arts Commission that is difficult? I'm just because I don't know how the parts move.
Yeah, no.
So I just kind of want a little story, insight, something. Anything.
For sure. I think the difficult thing is when you see different arts organizations, maybe in their very beginning stages, that are having a hard time. They're just struggling. Mm-hmm. They can't get people to come, or they can't get people interested, or they, you know what I mean? Or they're just not, their budgets aren't evening out and they can't figure out why, right?
Right.
And I think the reason that I'm so empathetic to that situation is because totally been there with Improv Dixie, transferring over to So You Comedy, where we're finally we're gaining some ground, right? And we're growing every year. So I see those different smaller groups or even larger groups that are struggling to get their goals met or get support from the community, or just spread their message. And I'm just oh, I feel you so much. Yeah. But yeah, that can be difficult. Another thing, I think one of the harder things is there's a lot of different voices in both of those groups on the county and the city. But some people are I don't see any. This is not interesting to me. This is. They don't
like the plays that are.
They wouldn't say
that kind of thing.
That is dumb, or like this medium is not something that interests me. Like for example, I have only been to one opera in my life.
Okay.
And I'm like, cool.
Right.
It was professional. It was gorgeous. It was fantastic.
Right.
But it's not something that I'm just like in love with. But I think what's difficult sometimes is people will not have particular interest in a medium of art that like I want to support. Okay. So to be like, oh, but just try it. Maybe you'll like it. You know, like just try it.
So is half your job trying to convince people to
sometimes
to
it
accept
is.
it and be just like
okay. Yeah.
Don't give up on this.
Or like the don't yuck my yum. Have you ever heard that saying?
Just a saying?
Yeah. I'm like, just because I'll be like, what is this about? These people are doing this and I see no valid, it's just hard. Because sometimes you work with people who think the bottom line is the only way that you measure success.
Yeah.
But with arts culture, it's not that, and you can't measure success. So I always like to say that improv saves lives. And like, because I've seen it. Like I've literally seen
it bring people back.
Yes. Yeah. From the edge, right? And you can't put that on a paper. You can't be like, oh, I saved one life. You know what I mean? Right. It's just it's immeasurable. Yeah. So that's like such a challenge sometimes, getting people to see that, success isn't always measured in the bottom line of like,
right. They don't always have a metric to show that. Mm-hmm. No matter what they tell you.
You're just like, hang on, just try it.
Just for a minute.
See,
I remember the first time I believe meeting you or seeing you was actually at my parents' Mexican restaurant, Ernesto's.
Yeah.
And correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. I believe it was for Mike Lee's T-shirt company.
Yeah, Wilbury Tees.
Is that what? Okay.
Yeah, with this super handsome dude, like the commercial. Yeah.
I'm glad you remember. I don't remember the handsome dude.
I do.
I don't know if I've actually seen the commercial. I'll be honest with you.
I think he like sent it to me. To,
really?
Like, see it. Yeah, I thought it was really funny.
Play it?
I don't know.
You have no idea?
I think maybe I don't know, Michael Lee. Where do you play your ads?
I'll have to have him on here, and I'll have to ask.
Because he has that one. He did that. He did a couple more. He did like
for the T-shirt
Ghost
company
one. Did you see the Ghost one?
I haven't even seen the one that was filmed at the restaurant. That's
I think I saw
I have no idea.
It was just funny.
But that's the first time I even
at your place.
Like and I met you there. Do you remember what year that was? Was it 2019? Was it 2020? Was it 2018? Was it pre-pandemic?
I think it was post-pandemic because I'm pretty sure I was a mom.
Okay.
So I want to say maybe 2021.
Okay.
Maybe 2022.
So that was basically I can't even remember how I was approached to do that commercial at the restaurant.
You don't?
It's been that long. No, I just can't remember.
What did you know Michael Lee before?
Well, so I know Brian Dial.
Okay.
We are really good friends. We actually went to school together.
Really? I was in a play with Brian and Michael.
Which one?
That was Bed Full of Foreigners.
That is one of my favorite plays.
Is that maybe when the commercial happened? Because it was like him, Michael, Bed
Full of Foreigners, but I forgot you were in that.
It was fun. Oh God. That's how I met Brian.
That's a really good play.
Yeah.
That was a really good one.
It was fun.
Yeah? Did you have fun with that one?
Yeah, I did.
Who did you play in that? Bed Full of Foreigners.
Helga. I was Brian's wife.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's funny. And then his wife was actually in the play as well.
Yeah, but she was
playing one of the lovers or something, right?
Yeah.
That was
She was with Michael, I think.
One of the funnest things I've ever watched, I'll be honest.
That was really fun.
It was really fun.
I'm glad you liked it.
I remember laughing so hard.
That's good. Because sometimes I was like, is anybody out there? I feel like when you do straight plays, some people just don't, they just like don't come.
Yeah.
And
sometimes but no, there was the day that we went, there was a lot of people there.
I want to say, like, I feel like I heard your laugh.
You probably did.
Probably did. Yeah.
It's funny.
You got a good laugh.
It's funny you say that because I've actually been told, I have a good friend of mine, Inti Chabert, who we've been friends for at least 15 years. Mm-hmm. And he told me one day, hey, did you ever watch this particular movie? I can't remember right now which one it was, but I know, I'm like, yeah, I saw that. He's like,
when did you see?
No, it's an old, like, before we knew each other. He's like, did you ever watch this movie?
No.
Right? And I'm like, I did. He's like, okay, were you sitting in the front back row? I'm like, that's actually where I sit. He's like, oh my God, I heard your laugh 5 years before I met you.
Right,
I remember your laugh. I'm like, you're so full of it. No, I remember.
Dude, nothing that deep has happened to me, but one time I was at the movie theater and I laughed out loud. I kind of have I have a laugh sometimes.
Okay.
I really like
I heard you laugh.
Someone was like, Ginger, is that you? And I'm like,
They recognized your
Yes!
laugh? That's fun.
It was nice because then they came and sat by me, but it was kind of embarrassing at first. Yeah.
It's nice to have distinct things.
It was
Especially
also
we
just
don't think we have distinct
nice
things.
to laugh.
Yeah.
I feel like some people just don't let it go. Gotta let it laugh.
You're familiar with Brooke Bain.
Yeah.
She once invited me to a play after hearing me laugh somewhere, so that
She's like, you need to come.
so that I could laugh at her.
Yeah.
And it was a good play. I apologize, I don't remember the name of it. It was kind of like a sort of like a James Bond on a train.
Yes,
with like
that's
two people act play.
That's
do you remember that one?
27 steps, 29,
Oh my
39
God,
steps.
yes, 39 steps. Is that what it
39
was?
steps. Yeah.
So
I laughed
freaking
really hard.
amazing.
When they were doing the train bit,
That's
I
the
was
part that I
dying.
remember the most because it was so elaborate and funny, and
So
I
good.
good
Yeah.
play. Sorry,
Great play.
Just love them.
If anyone wants to give us tickets to anything, we will laugh so hard.
Please. I will laugh so hard. But no, so that's the first time I remember meeting you. I remember meeting Greg Belknap.
Yeah.
Michael Lee obviously was there. There was a lot of people, but that's the first time I remember meeting you.
Yeah.
And I just thought that was nice that it was at the restaurant.
Well,
and
I know I had seen you before, probably through FMASU stuff, or
it
like
could have
through
been.
Trey or something.
Yeah, because if you ever went to like any of the film festivals, my stuff has been there for at least 18 years. I've been working on funny things, you know.
And then we came to your restaurant like, I don't know, probably a year ago. I was like, why don't we just go there? It sounds so good, and it was delicious.
Wait, so after doing a commercial, and I'm not making any judgments, it was 3 years.
It took a long time, yeah. Because this is what you do when you have you already know, when you have like a very particular child.
Child, yes.
Child.
Yes.
You're like, hey, let's try this, and she's like, I don't want anything, and I'm like, well, we're gonna go there. You're gonna try some. I think
Chicken
we got
nuggets and corn dogs for you.
I think you got her taquitos, and she was like, this is delicious.
Oh, that's cool because we actually do have corn dogs and chicken.
I know.
For the kids
So
who don't like Mexican food.
I have been to your restaurant before that. Like I feel like I have been
I
there.
wasn't
at least
going to be
a handful of
insulted or
times.
anything. Believe
No,
me.
but I was like, maybe I can make her, and then she did, and it was delicious. I think I had a tamale or something. It was good.
That's cool.
Yeah, but I felt kind of bad because we were there kind of late, and there wasn't a lot of people, but we ate fast and we tipped well, so.
Oh, fine. I mean, as long as we were still open.
It was delicious. For the
Family
shorts.
Photos.
Yeah.
You were in Corbin Allred's movie Family Photos, a very short film
Mm-hmm.
that was part of the Guerrilla Filmmaking Challenge.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that was 2022.
That was not the first movie.
That was not the first movie you
No.
were in? Oh, what was the first movie you were in?
High Card. Trey.
Was that Trey's?
Trey Patterson's High Card.
I forgot that he did that one. When was that? A few years before that?
That was before I had kids. So that was like, I want to say 2019.
Okay. High Card with Trey Patterson directed.
He was like, hey, would you do this with me? Would you be in this thing? And I said, well, let me read it. So I didn't know what I was doing, right? And it's so funny that we're talking about that because he wrote me a really nice note on a giant like card, right?
Okay, like a thank you card?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It was like cool. Well, like a thank you card that was like a playing card.
Oh,
right?
cool. Yeah.
Like one of his like trick playing cards.
Certainly.
And I just saw that. I like to keep notes because I'm like that kind of person.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So I was just putting that away like a couple days ago. And he was like, you shouldn't have been nervous. Like you did so good because it was my first time ever doing anything.
Yeah.
I was just like,
nervous.
It's awkward, right?
Yeah. It can be.
And then after watching it, I decided I probably don't want to watch myself do things.
Really?
Yeah. I thought it was great.
Okay.
But I feel like I can't see.
Watch yourself doing that.
Yeah.
Not everyone can. Like, it's
I
hard.
guess it kind of depends. Like, Family Photos was different because I didn't have to say anything, right?
That's true. You didn't say a word.
I didn't say one word.
And you also had, like, the most effect on everybody at the end of that film.
It's just a nice...
Well, we know, obviously, we know
It's a nice
there's that surprise that's jump scare at the end. We know, but regardless, like, even... So, obviously, yeah, you didn't say anything, right?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you had this presence
Oh, thanks.
where... Obviously, the movie was written in a way that we didn't know
Mm-hmm.
that you were already past.
Mhm.
You know, you had passed on. And it just felt like I was watching that, like watching that Sixth Sense for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
And you get that surprise at the end.
Well, that's really
And that's the
nice.
exact same feeling I got. Because I had no freaking idea
Really?
that you were a damn ghost.
Well, no,
and when you make that face, I'm like, I remember my youngest, Penny, who you just met a little while ago,
Yeah.
she was there.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Man, that was awesome.
No, I honestly, I feel like That's all editing, man. They wrote it so well and they edited it so well, and then everyone that was involved in it was just really, really great. Like Mercedes, she's such a phenomenal actress. She's good at everything she does. And then they had called Michael Dougherty. He's from Vegas, I think, but he was at the Shakespeare Festival. He was an actor at the Shakespeare Festival.
Okay, nice.
And like it was probably a couple of seasons before that I worked there when he was in Charlie's Aunt at the Shakespeare Festival. Anyway, he was so good. Well, he's like so funny. And then I remember girls in the ticket office being like, "Oh my gosh, that guy's so cute." They thought he was like the cutest guy. And everyone had a crush on him because he was like really funny, really nice, really handsome. Charming. Yeah, like a charming guy. Yeah. And so when I got there, I was like, "Oh, I know who you are, but like not in a weird way." I worked at the Shakespeare Festival and everyone thought you're amazing. And he's like, "Okay, cool." You know how you like make people embarrassed like that? I kind of did that on accident.
Oh, I'm sure it's fine.
No, the family photos was really fun. I was just, I don't even know how that happened. I'm pretty sure Adam.
I was going to ask.
I think it was Adam Mast.
Adam Mast was, okay.
I'm sure Corbin was just like looking for somebody. Yeah. And Adam was like, "You should ask this handful of people." And it's probably the first one he said yes.
Okay.
But that was really neat because those people like Corbin and Ryan, they're like super professionals,
right?
And so
I mean, there's history. Corbin Allred has a long history of being in films. I mean, he was in the LDS Temple films playing Satan, and I only know that because everyone that I know tells me. I've never seen it.
I'm always like, "You're the guy who says, 'All right, I've got to go home alone now' from Men in Tights."
Oh, is he? Yep.
Like I'm just
have to go home alone now. He was a little kid at that point, right?
Yeah. But that was like such a cool experience because they had all this like fancy equipment and like not that like Trey. My experience with Trey was so nice and like relaxed, and Dan Felks was filming it, and it was just like a really good. You know,
Dan was filming Trey's movie,
right? And then going with those two guys, like I was so happy they didn't have any lines because I was like, I would totally mess this up. I was so nervous. But it was just like the afternoon that I was there. It was really nice. But yeah, they were so professional, so kind. And then a few years later, how they encored as the Christmas Carol. Have you gone to see Encore's Christmas Carol?
No, I have not.
Oh, you've got to see it.
I've never heard of this.
Okay, so yeah, they do Christmas Carol at the Electric Theater.
Okay.
And it's
the
Encore Theater.
Oh,
it's the children's theater. Yeah. I mean, they're not like children, it's like high school aged kids.
Yeah.
Some of the best acting that I have seen in St. George comes out of the Encore group. I'm like not even kidding. So every year they do a Christmas Carol, right? And they do shows with a pro. I don't know if it's like still part of their model, but they'll bring a professional actor, and Corbin plays Scrooge, and all the kids play around him.
Oh, right.
And then there's a couple of other adults who are in it as well. Oh my gosh, Adam Chaney. So Corbin and Adam like kind of always reprise their roles. He's Scrooge, and then Adam plays Marley in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then he's one of the ghosts.
Okay.
Yeah, so they always come back into it, but it's like show with the pro. So I was able to work with him again because I had seen that, and then one year they asked me to like assistant direct, which was just me just being like, "Don't do this" or "Try that," whatever.
But it was helpful, yeah.
And it was really nice to like have kind of that little relationship before established, but they were just like so nice to work with. Good. Honestly, you've never seen an Encore show?
No, I haven't.
Okay, I'm totally plugging Encore because the kids they're phenomenal. Yeah. Like the acting that they do is just like so deep, and they did oh my gosh, they did Hadestown. Have you seen Hadestown?
I've only heard of it. I was on my way to see it, and then I had to act. There's something I can't remember exactly, but I was
man. Yeah. So the cast, they like always do a double cast. The cast I saw was amazing. Every cast they have is amazing, you know, but they had a live band, right? Professional musicians. Okay. And it was amazing. It was just like smoky, sultry, the trombone and like the cello. It was gorgeous. It was incredible. And I was like, is this even happening? Like, is this real life? These kids are amazing. It was just gorgeous.
And this is part of the Christmas Carol.
No, Hades. That was Hades.
That was Hades. Sorry.
But Christmas Carol is amazing too because they have that, and then they also have Rhett Gooder. You know Rhett Gooder?
I don't know Rhett Gooder.
Yeah. So for Christmas Carol, they like rewrote it with music and lyrics by Adam Record. Okay. He's local. He's a local musician, and then Rhett Gooder, who is technically a local, but he's like gone on to act in New York, and he's a professional actor and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
I should know him. I'm like, what?
You should. He's like a theater stage actor. I don't know if he does much film. But he was at SUU a long time ago. I remember.
And that's kind of the disconnect. I know a lot of film people.
Yeah.
And I know, actors who have done plays because they've been in film. Mm-hmm. And I know more people because I've now been in plays.
Now that you're like, it's like a whole new world opening up to you. Yeah.
Especially when they do double casts.
Yeah. You're like, I can't see this twice. Oh my God. Anyway, Encore they do really good work, but they do A Christmas Carol. They're trying to make it like a St. George tradition. So I think they've done 3 years.
Okay. So it'll become a
You've
thing. You've
got to go see it around.
Well, if it's going to become tradition,
it's beautiful.
We'll have to at least see it by this year.
Yeah.
I think the closest thing that I've gone to see as part of sort of a tradition has been that thing they do at Tuacahn for Easter.
Yeah.
Is it Easter? No.
Or is it like
or for Christmas? It's
where they have like the
really
nativity? Cold. Yeah.
Yeah, the nativity thing where you're like, why am I even
here? And you're like,
here?
there's a camel. Yeah.
Yeah, and they have a camel.
Like, where's the hot chocolate? Yeah.
That's the only thing I can remember is the camel.
Yeah.
I always remember, there's a camel.
I'm like, I know baby Jesus is coming, but where's the camel? And when can we get hot chocolate?
Do they serve hot chocolate?
I think they do.
I'm trying to think.
They have to buy it.
Well,
pretty sure.
Well,
up top.
honestly.
And then they have like a train ride and stuff. Yeah. That's your annual. Well, maybe this can be one of your annual traditions. It's really
to
good.
Go to the Encore Christmas Carol thing.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I really.
Well, if it's the thing my kids would love, I'm like, yeah, we're going to.
And I'm like, I don't even feel it. Like, I don't get paid by them. I'm not. The kids are incredible actors. Like, I feel like I learn just by watching them. Yeah, I was blown away by their professionalism. It's nuts.
Well, I was going to bring up, I guess the last thing that's on my mind was the last thing that I saw you in. Much Ado About Nothing, as part of the Santa Clara City Shakespeare in the Park.
Yeah?
Man.
Yeah.
That was fun.
It's so fun.
It was a travesty that it rained a little bit.
Oh my gosh.
And speaking of Michael Lee.
You saw the fall.
I saw him fall off the stage.
Saw the fall.
But man, he recovered so well.
I know.
He took advantage of the situation, and then the next scene when he came on and he looked afraid, like weary of falling off the stage, everyone was dying of laughter. So he did such a great job.
So I unfortunately didn't see the fall in person because he comes off the stage this way, and I'm cued in to come on stage for my next scene. So we just heard a bunch of commotion and then like cheers, and we're like, oh no. So we like waited, and we came back on, and we were like kind of piecing it together. Like, oh, he must have ate it.
No, he did, but. Like I said, he recovered so quick, and then I'm glad he didn't hurt himself more than he must have hurt himself.
Well, then he actually sent me the video.
He sent you a video of him falling?
He sent me the video because we recorded that night. And so
it's perfect.
So I saw it and I was like, oof, and I was like, let's watch it again. Oof. Yeah.
How tall is that stage? Like 5 feet?
Like on that side, it's probably close to 4 or 5 feet off because I'm 5 feet tall, so I would say like at least 4 feet, it's like up to your shoulder.
Obviously, could have been a worse fall, but sorry to take away from that. But
no,
the
but
play
that was
itself was really fun, really funny, and like I said, the only bad thing was that it was a little rainy, and a little windy, but it did not move anybody. Nobody moved. No one. I think maybe like 6 people out of like the hundreds that you saw.
Oh my gosh, that makes
actually
me happy.
left. So, but
that night was crazy because there was also a wedding across the street. Did you hear that?
I think I saw people, but I didn't know that's what was going on.
We could hear the Cupid Shuffle. We could hear the Macarena. Like, it was so loud. And we thought maybe someone was just, like, hanging out. So they sent someone to, like, go over and be like, hey. And they're like, oh, it's a wedding. You can't really tell people to turn down the stuff at the wedding. But, I would say you came to the night that was the most, like, we're like, oh, man, people probably didn't like that. So to know that you liked it was good. It was great.
It was good.
Yeah.
And here's my thing. I don't know a lot of Shakespeare. Mm-hmm. Everything that I've seen of Shakespeare has always been like good, you know. But it was really nice to see a show where I knew almost half the cast.
Yeah.
There's a difference because it's just like, I love that they're doing that. Yeah. Oh my god, he's so good. But it brings me like, I can't wait to see them next time because I'm gonna be able to say, you did so good here, or I remember when you did this thing, or that laugh you did, like just these little things, right? It was
I would say probably the best. I think Santa Clara City Shakespeare in the Park is one of the best things that has happened in the last 10 years. Heidi Lee and Michael Lee, they started it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I
T-shirt companies and plays.
Yeah. I was in a play with Heidi. We were backstage. We did Noises Off
Okay.
We're in Noises Off at the Electric Theater, or not at the Electric Theater, but at SGMT. Did you ever get to see that?
No, I did not.
You probably would have remembered because it was a 2-story set and we had to turn it around on casters.
Right, because you're showing. So I've only seen the movie.
So
it's the one where they do behind the scenes, right?
It was built where there was like probably like 5 inches of space on the side where we had to pull it out and turn the whole thing. 2 stories. It was amazing. It was incredible.
That's cool.
It was a challenge. But anyway, she was in it, and that was how I met Heidi. And she, one day, I think it was then or maybe after that play, was like, I think I want to start a Shakespeare in the Park thing. And I was like, out of anybody who could make that happen, it's you. And she did. And she's just so good at it. She just like, everything you see, like, of course you see us acting and stuff like that, but she is an incredible director.
Right.
She's like a visionary.
Yeah.
She puts everything together. We have great costumes. We have a great set. We have a great concept every year.
Well, and there's no charge.
Yeah.
Like, you do all this and you're not charging anyone.
Yeah.
We just show up, you know, like you can't complain about it, but it's like,
right. And that's how she I think that's just really how they wanted it to be.
So cool.
And I'm like, that is so nice because it's accessible for anybody.
It's a gift. No.
And it's a labor of love that is just like, I'm so honored just to be like
part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, connected to
I'm
them.
like, I will be a bush every single year if you need me, because it's just, they're just good people doing something good for everyone else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the character you played in
I was Margaret.
Okay.
Yes. Margaret, who she's kind of the reason why there's a big misunderstanding.
Right. And
so,
everything starts to fall apart for a while.
That was kind of fun, which is fine. Which is funny because, you know, like, she's been so naughty, but she didn't know that she ruined everyone's life until she, like, did. Right. And at the end, they're like, Margaret, naughty, naughty girl. And I'm like, do I have to be on the stage for this? It feels really weird. And they're like, no, we'll leave you up there. Yeah, I'm like, okay.
Just getting reprimanded and like...
like, it'd feel better if maybe they were talking about me behind my back or something. Yeah, but it was just really fun.
That's funny.
It was fun. The costumes are great. You know Stacey Martin? Do you know who that is? She's probably done costumes for you for something.
Yeah, no, I think I do.
She's a literal wizard
a
when
lot
it
of
comes
the
to
times
costumes.
with the costuming in the plays that we did, like,
yeah.
they're only there for like the first or second day, and then you don't see them very much at all. So I maybe ran into Stacey that
she's dope. I think she does most costumes for SGMT and, like, you know, 500 other people, like Shakespeare in the Park.
That's what she does. Like, she's like the costumer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, that's the technical, the official thing. Yeah. She's awesome.
Were you in any of the other Shakespeare in the Park? Yeah. Which one?
I've been in every single one from the very beginning.
The only one that I've seen, this is my second one that I
saw.
The first one I saw, I believe, was 2 years ago, and it was The Taming of the Shrew.
Yes.
And it was like a Western style.
Yeah.
Where I really liked that. I really dug that motif, and it really works for the area, and the costumes were awesome, and even them doing like the accents with loved it. Like, it was like a whole different experience.
Yeah. So the first year, they did Midsummer Night's Dream, and I was Puck, which is like awesome.
That's what everyone. Yeah.
That's how I kind of met Sheldon, because he was the lion in the play.
Oh,
like the players.
I didn't know he was
and he was like, "Rawr!" He was so fun. He was so fun to be around.
That's awesome.
And I'm like, when is he gonna come back? So we did that, and then, oh my gosh, I just have to like look back and stuff.
Because they've been doing it, what, 5 years now?
I think it's been 5. Yeah. So there was that. They did the Comedy of Errors, and I was one of the Dromios, one of the twins, and like runs around, which is great because I got a mustache. It was awesome. And then Taming of the Shrew, I was Bianca, the sister, which was so fun because we got a fight on stage. I had so much fun with Elena.
So I did see that one. I guess I just didn't recognize that it was you at that point.
Yeah, no, it was really fun.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, I can't even remember.
That's 5. Like, you have to remember 5, right?
Well, then just this last year. Oh, then we did 12th Night, and I was Mariah, one of the people that's kind of mischievous. I got to work a lot with Trey in that one too.
You did?
Yeah.
So of all those 5, Midsummer's Night's Dream, Comedy of Errors, Taming of the Shrew, 12th Night, and Much Ado About Nothing. At this point, like, could you say like which one was like an experience that
my favorite
that you think of?
I
wouldn't
forgot.
say maybe favorite, but maybe like something like, oh, I remember this thing that like happened during this play. That's the most memorable thing I remember.
Okay, well, I forgot. There's one more.
Oh, there is.
Romeo and Juliet. That was last year. Romeo and Juliet was last year. Okay. As much as I love, like, I feel like I'm always kind of like, I loved doing Puck. That was really
Being
fun.
pumped.
But I think because you can draw comedy pretty much anywhere, right?
Yeah.
And especially with Shakespeare, there's so many good lines, right? As long as
Yeah.
you're able to communicate that to the audience and everything. But I think one thing that I really loved doing last year was Romeo and Juliet, because I was Benvolio and I got a sword fight.
Oh.
And it was just really great. And it was Romeo and Juliet, right?
Yeah.
So people are always wanting to laugh and stuff, but we had so many really good moments in that play.
A lot of dramatic scenes.
Yeah.
Heartfelt.
Creed Rose. I don't know if you know who Creed Rose is. He sometimes comes to improv.
Okay.
He actually was in the
Creed,
beginning
yes.
of Improv
I didn't know that was
Dixie.
his last name.
Yeah.
Curly hair.
Curly hair
Love
Creed,
his
yeah.
curly hair. Yes, Creed.
So he was
Creed.
like, I don't know, maybe 15 when I first met him at Improv
younger.
Dixie, and he played like, with us in shows. So he came and did Romeo and Juliet, and he gets killed, right?
Okay.
I'm like with him when he gets killed.
Uh-huh.
And I every moment of Shakespeare in the Park has always been really enjoyable, but for some reason I just like having a drama instead of a comedy was so much more rewarding. And being able to play with him, and then like he's dying, and like I don't know, it was just like he was so good at it.
Yeah.
It was just really rewarding and cool.
Heartfelt.
It was really cool to play a boy. That was like really bad, but it was really nice having swords. But at the time I hadn't told really anyone that I was pregnant, and I was pregnant during that. And so once we got into the show, we would just do it. It was a really short sword fight.
Right.
And I'd be like, and they're all like,
you're so windy.
yeah.
You're like, it's like a minute sword fight.
I
You're
know.
like,
And I'm like, I'm not telling anyone yet, but I was like, oh man, this is,
oh.
but yeah,
like
it was so fun though. I loved it.
You blame pregnancy, but I'll be honest, sword fighting is not easy. It takes a lot of energy.
It does. But
we
we had a good fight choreographer, Rebecca. Oh my gosh. I forgot Rebecca's last name. Anyway, she does fight choreography, everything. I feel like in town. Rebecca Wright.
So Rebecca Wright.
Rebecca Wright did the fight choreography for Romeo and Juliet. And she was really wonderful at teaching us just like the basic skills of sword fighting and stuff. And then she let us kind of choreograph our own sword fight. And so we would practice and practice and practice. It's like dancing, right? Yeah. And it was like so fun. Except for we really did kind of have sharp swords, so we had to be really careful. Yeah.
They weren't just wooden swords?
No. They were metal for sure.
So they hear the ching, ching,
yeah.
ching.
And that was so fun.
For
the longest time,
both of us were like,
we were fighting with wooden dowels. It didn't feel real. And then finally when we got like a week out, we had those and we're like, oh my gosh, this might actually be really cool. I just feel like we're dinking around with, fake swords, and then we're like, oh, this is cool.
So cool.
Yeah, no, it was really fun.
That's awesome.
It was really fun. It was really rewarding because, I feel like it's been such a long time that I've been able to do like a dramatic role, and even it was like really, really small in that play. It was really fun.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say, so dramatic roles, they're something else.
Mm-hmm.
Like comedies, they're both difficult, right? Like comedy and drama. They're the same guy, they're different guys.
Yeah.
I have always wanted to do like something dramatic, but then I get so caught up in how sad I feel about the things I'm writing.
It's so true.
That I always switch it up. And I dislike it, but then at the same time, when I do switch it up, I'm always like, this is going to make me laugh.
Yeah.
But one of these days, I would love to actually write something dramatic where it's like, I'm going to stick with it, and that's going to be a drama.
Yeah.
But it is hard. Have you ever written much? I know you do the acting, but do you write?
It was so funny. So I wanted to write about working at the movie theater.
Okay.
I was like, I want to write like a mini series about working at movie theaters, but like before, right before everything like was digitized.
So it would be like a time period piece, almost like a 90s thing?
Yeah, like awesome. A 90s, early 2000s.
Like on the way out, maybe?
Yeah, because like, when they would deliver the film in the canisters, and like you had like actual projectionists and like the whole like
that'd be fun.
Cast system of like managers and then projectionists and like, candy kids and whatever. I was just like, that would be really fun to just try to like write a story, not necessarily a story, but like episodes about like some of like those things that happened, because if you've ever worked at a movie theater, if you worked at a movie theater in the 2000s, you have those experiences, like someone like sneaking in a whole a whole pizza, or like a lady freaking out because she can't sit down when she's standing in line, or like, you know, something is missing, you know, I don't know. But I just feel like, because I worked at a movie theater for, I think, 2 years.
Okay.
And there was just so many incredible things.
In that short amount of time.
Yeah.
I could write a movie series.
Or like just the weird people that you meet and just, But I've never tried to, I just don't know. I don't think I know how to write stuff. But I feel like I should just try.
I mean, obviously you're going to write from what you know, and that'll just come easy.
Yeah.
But you know, you just got to get out there and do it. That's funny you say that about, you know, the movie theater thing, because I've also, when I was growing up, I worked at Hollywood Video on its way out. And I think I left maybe 2 years before it was completely gone.
Oh my gosh.
And I also, like, I remember taking pen to paper and just like, oh my God, this guy, I'm in this situation. And that girl that's like, I'll do this. And then the people that drop off their home movies, like all these sort of things.
Gosh.
I'm just like, there's just so much.
There's so much material
there.
There
Is, you know?
You want to like compile it into something.
I always want to do something where it's like, it'd be fun to like see somebody who works at the theater, but then he has a friend who works, or at Hollywood Video, but then he has a friend who works at a restaurant, and then that guy, but they also have a friend who works at a movie theater. Yeah. And it's basically just a way so we could look at these places that meant so much to us at this time period.
Right.
Restaurants, my parents' restaurant, you know, I've worked there, I know what it's like, and there's so many stories there.
Oh my gosh.
Hollywood Video, there's stories there. Theater, there's stories there. You know, just wanted to just pull all the stories we could out of all our I guess our I don't want to say childhood, but like our 20s?
Yeah.
Somewhere in there?
Your tumultuous 20s.
Yes. So that's interesting. So have you written anything?
No.
Even just like a treatment?
You know, it's so funny about that. Like, I, like, on my Mac, I remember someone telling me about I should get this script writing
software.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Like Celtic or something like that.
Something.
Yeah. I remember,
Yeah. Someone I worked with at the radio. I used to work at a radio station.
You did?
Yeah.
We didn't even get to radio. What's going on here?
I don't know.
You're holding out on me.
Dude, the other day I was driving and I was like, hey, that's my voice. And I'm like, oh.
Was it a commercial?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like from like, I don't know, 10 years ago.
And they're playing it now?
Yeah, it was a dentist something. It was like, something, my smile, my style. And I was like,
they're still around.
I was like, that's me.
Why would they need to pay for
my daughter's like, what? I'm like, that was me. Anyway. No, yeah. So someone I worked with there was like, oh, sometimes I write stuff. You should get this on your Mac and da da da. So like, I remember opening it up and I was like, I don't even know how to write. I just closed it. Like I have it on my Mac and I still have never tried to write anything.
Look at that.
Yeah.
It's not your thing. Like you want to, but it's like
I don't know I mean maybe I could, but I always feel like when I'm watching something, I'm more like inclined to be like, I wonder what it would look like if they did this instead. Like I feel like I'm a backseat director, which is a bad place to be in horrible. Sometimes.
No, we're not even gonna put this in the back. I'm a backseat director.
I'm a total backseat director.
Like, no, nobody wants it.
I'm like, maybe you should try this. But yeah,
but
no.
It could be a good suggestion. You never know.
I don't know. I should just try to write something and then I, just have someone read it.
Here's the nice thing though, is that you're also surrounded by a lot of people who do like to write.
Yeah.
And while I know that not everyone's like, hey, I have an idea, would you help me write it? Mm-hmm. Not everyone's like down for that. Like, because a lot of people, I'm one of those people that are like, I have a lot lot of my own ideas as well, but I'd love to see yours. And if it meshes with mine, I would love to help you.
Like collaborate on something.
Right. But there's also like I do have friends that are like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. I'm like, cool, but I want to do my thing.
I don't, can we go back to my idea?
This is a cool idea. Can you do that? And then I'll do mine.
Why don't we just play in separate spots?
Right.
Yeah. See how that goes.
But no, it'd be cool. Like I'm saying, I love the idea of something happening at a movie theater.
Yeah.
And then the story from that. Because I don't think we've seen that.
No.
We've seen a lot of different things. And with, Stranger Things pulling out of the 80s. And even that 70s show pulling out of the 70s.
Right.
There's definitely a thing where it's like a 90s-esque thing about.
I mean, like all the commercials these days, not all, but like a lot of commercials and like marketing and stuff, people know what they're doing because they're totally marketing to like our generation-ish. I'm just a little after you.
A lot of nostalgia.
But yeah, Like,
A lot of it.
yeah.
Oh, there is.
It's just like amazing.
That's how
And
you
I'm
cater us. You remind us of our nostalgia.
Yeah, and now you watch commercials and you're not like, oh my gosh, this is so dumb. It's like my mom's commercial. You're like, ooh, salt and pepper. I like this. You know what I mean? Like they tapped in.
Every once in a while,
Yeah.
I will just put on a Quiznos commercial because they were odd and crazy, and it just
So
brings me
weird.
back to that time.
Was it like a
Like,
gerbil?
They
Yeah.
were like gerbils,
But, like,
they
scary
weren't
teeth.
even alive.
Yeah.
They were like puppets. It was scary.
Yeah,
but
that
like,
was weird.
I still liked it. I'm like,
Yeah. Or like monkey movies. Do you remember monkey movies on TBS? Please tell
yes,
me you remember this.
it was like commercials.
Yeah.
Between movies, they
Before
would have like.
was it like it was like a dinner and a movie show?
There-
Was it
well,
called
that-
Dinner and a Movie?
So there was dinner and a movie, and
Okay.
they had two hosts. But then later on, I think probably when they got fired, they
Yeah.
hired monkeys.
Yeah, they hired monkeys.
They were replaced by monkeys, and then they would do like shorts of a scene
like,
of that
movies.
of a movie
Yeah.
that's not even the movie you're watching.
I love those.
Those are
Like
creative.
I could probably get on YouTube and watch those and be like, "Oh, that's still so funny."
That's great.
It's so dumb.
All
Those
right.
things that we love.
The last game I was at was just last Saturday, and you were hosting that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was fun.
it was fun.
Not the awkward times.
Oh, but yeah.
but it was fun, and I liked it. I hadn't seen you host, and I liked that you're kind of a no BS kind of person. You're
Yeah.
like, when the good funny has sort of kind of run its course,
Uh-huh.
the game's over,
Yeah.
and I like that because sometimes, not all the time, very rarely do I feel like, oh man, we're dying out
Too
here.
long.
We gave really good exit prompts.
Mhm.
We set some really good final moments, and yet we're still playing this game, and it's
Yeah.
been like 6 minutes. It should have been done a minute ago,
I'm kind of bad. I usually when I host I usually tell the people in the back, I'm like, hey, I like short shows,
Yeah.
so don't get mad if I buzz before you think the scene is over. Because if it's a 2-minute scene and it's done, then it's done. Like
Yeah.
it's, you know what I mean?
It feels like if it feels like it's done.
Yeah, you gotta feel it out.
Sometimes, yeah.
I'd rather
sometimes
leave people wanting more than have them being like, oh, that was fun. Except for man, they could have.
they were just going.
Yeah,
going.
it's like, yeah. Because I don't know how much improv you've seen, but I've definitely seen improv where you're like there and you're like, these guys are just playing for each other. Like they're not even playing for us anymore. They're just like in their own little
having their own.
yeah, like in their own little inside joke world,
Right.
and you're like, we're kind of tired. So
That's funny you say that, just because I always am afraid. I'm new to the improv and actually doing the shows, but that's one of my fears is that like
you're gonna
I'll
get boring.
that I'll like get lost in what I'm doing
Uh huh.
because I do like when I'm performing,
Uh huh.
I forget that there's anyone there
You know what?
because I have to.
Yeah.
Because if I did think
You'd
there
be
was,
like-
I wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah.
So I have to like everyone's gone. And then I'm like in the thing, and then it's just like me and the partner, and then I have to remember that I have a partner because sometimes I forget that.
I do that too. It's totally fine.
So, okay, I'm not alone.
No, you're not alone. I
Okay.
feel like you actually, the great thing about improv is you can totally be in a scene and be like, what are we talking about? Like, you can
And
do
play it
that,
off.
and it's fine.
Yeah, and it can be funny.
I've done that in a play one time. I said, I don't know what to do because I did not know what the next scene was. I didn't know
Oh,
where we
no.
were, but I knew it was something that I just looked at my partner in the play and I was like, I don't know what to do. And it was a serious play too.
How did that go?
He guided me back to where we were supposed to be, which was great. But
Good.
I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so
And
sorry.
you were able to find your footing.
Yeah.
And kind of go right back in.
But the thing is, in improv, you can just
You
say
can-
that.
Yeah.
Or be like, what were we talking about?
That
I'm
is-
sorry.
That is the nice thing.
I
about
have
improv.
short-term memory loss. You
Yeah.
can just make anything up or just be like, you're really boring, or I got lost by your eyes. I don't know.
That could work. Anything could work there.
Anything could
You're
work.
right. You can pull anything out of your butt and just go.
I
with
know,
it,
you can
for the
totally
most
pull
part.
anything out of your butt.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
But
do you like improv
Oh,
so far?
so much?
You're just like so
I
fun
love
to
it.
you're so fun to
Oh, I
watch,
love it.
by the way.
Oh, you're so nice.
I'm not trying to like
No, it's good to hear because I
No,
hear
but
everything.
it's like you're really, really fun to watch
Thank
because you're just like super authentic, which is great.
Oh yeah,
So if you're nervous, no one really can tell.
good.
And also, if you sweat a lot, it goes away. Because I had the same problem. Like I would only wear black, and that's why I like got
Oh.
black shirts because I
Uh-huh.
was like, can we just start wearing black?
Just for the sweats.
When I started doing improv, I would just sweat so much. I was like so nervous all the time.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, I mess up so much, it doesn't even make sense anymore.
Doesn't
So
even
now
faze you as much?
I'm like kind of that host that's like, oh, we'll just get there, and everyone's kind of making fun of me, and I'm like,
But it's true.
yeah, life's too short to be like, oh, this has to be perfect.
No, we're gonna get there.
Yeah.
I think that's probably why I like it because that whole like being afraid to succeed.
Yeah.
Because I'm afraid that I'll mess something up.
Yeah.
But with improv, it's fairly easy to like find your footing and just like
And
play it off.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
It always is what it is,
Yeah.
and you can just walk away from it.
You just make it up on the spot.
Yeah.
I love that.
Well, I'm really glad that you're part of it. I think you're doing a great job.
I've had such a good time.
Good.
I can't believe I've been I think I've been doing that for like 3.5 years now.
Yeah.
And I went to just like, I went because karaoke wasn't helping me with stage fright.
Oh my
I
god.
did karaoke because I thought, if I do karaoke, like I'll be on stage and, you know, it doesn't help.
You're still
Improv,
nervous?
Yeah, I would. So I was like, I want to be an actor. I want to act on stage, you know, one day. And I never could. And so then I did improv and then I could.
Okay, I'm just saying the fact that you can karaoke and just like do that, I don't think I could ever do that.
Well, because you're just reading.
That
off a
sounds
pop, you know?
so scary. Like singing in front of people sounds so scary.
Do you not consider yourself a singer?
I've been like in high school I was like in the ensemble for like musicals.
Okay, so you've sung.
But I could never have a solo.
What?
I had peed my pants. I think I had like one solo when I was like 12 in like a big community theater something or other.
God.
And we were a bunch of like orphans. We were like it was like a mashup of
Was
like
it Annie?
Okay, no. This is a Cedar City thing. I don't know. It was a mashup of like Oz, like Wizard of Oz, and Annie. But then there were like songs from Annie Oakley. What is that? Or Annie Get Your Gun? Like anything you
yes,
can
thank
do.
you.
That was in there. Like it was just like a big musical mashup, but it centered around Dorothy, and we were a bunch of kids from the elementary school. They like had us come in to be, and this is totally irrelevant. We were monkeys, like flying monkeys, but we were orphan monkeys. And so we were singing songs from Annie, and I had like one line of a solo, and that was it. But it was like, for the whole community, it was like a big deal.
Yeah.
That's like the most solo I've ever had.
And you did it, no problems.
I have karaokeed on a cruise ship once.
Really?
Maybe twice. Yeah.
Oh.
Dude, that would be so
You would do it again?
No. I would do it on a cruise ship again. Would I go
Were you a little less people?
Yes, would I
But
go
not
to
at a
the bar
bar.
here? No, never. Like I would rather try stand up than trying. Yeah, I'd rather try to do an ugly 5-minute stand up
than
try singing a song in front of people. Yeah, so I think that you're a lot braver than I am.
It's funny.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I could do the stand up. I wanted to, but I think that takes another.
I think we should just try it.
We should.
Because we have people who do stand up.
I know.
We'll just go with them.
I know. I think I wrote 2 jokes.
Yeah?
That I'm like, I got 2
Don't
minutes.
say them to me.
No, I'm not going to
Yeah,
say them.
I was like, don't say
No. I'm just saying, I think I got 2 jokes where I'm like, I can at least do 2 minutes.
I feel like I should have gone when I was pregnant because I could just talk about anything, and anything I said was hilarious, I think, because I was just angry about all the things.
So
And they
you're just
never
a
wrote
mad
anything
comic?
down. Yeah. I was just
You're like
getting
the
mad,
female Lois Black.
I guess.
Just upset at everything.
So funny.
All right. Well, we've come to the end of another amazing episode of the Never Ready Podcast. I've been your host, Christian Navarrete. And we've had the incredible Jared Nelson with us here today.
Yeah.
You're so fun.
Thanks.
Thank you again for making the time to come out.
Yeah.
And doing this. And I've learned so much about you today.
Thanks for having me.
And you guys have a great day. We will see you at the next episode.
Never ready, light it up. Let it breathe, let it show. Art is never really ready if you never let it go. Christian Navarrete to bring new stars in view. The names you don't know yet.
But soon enough you will. It's the Never Ready Podcast.